That's what social proof is.
Is a candid star. These folks who are entering, a man with a white shirt, a lady with a trench coat, and subsequently one other member of our staff, will face the rear. And you'll see how this man in the trench coat tries to maintain his individuality. But little by little, he looks at his just a little bit more. Now we'll try it once again. Here's the candid subject. Here comes the candid staff. 3 of them things. And this man has apparently been in groups.
All right. So do you know what social proof is now? Okay. So social proof is known as informational social influence, right? The key thing is pretty much what people dictate is the behavior is what people are gonna do. So the assumption that everything that's surrounding you is one way is what people possess as knowledge about the situation, right? So you saw the guy in the elevator, you know, he saw everybody turn around and he realized, oh wait, I'm actually doing the wrong thing because everybody else is doing the opposite. Okay, so why do we need to use social proof? Give us know this man on this video. Richard Quest, right? So Richard Quest is an expert in business travel. That's what his program is all about. So this video here, he was actually reviewing Qatar Airways. So if Richard says, okay everybody, Qatar Airways is the best one, I reviewed them, that means that as a business traveler, you're more inclined and more likely to use that, or he's the expert in that field. So the next one is celebrity social proof. Anybody know who this guy is? Paul Barkley or something like that? Charles Barkley? Michael Jordan, right? He's a celebrity. Michael Jordan works with Nike. He has his own shoe. So Michael Jordan's wearing it. That means that your kids are going to tell you, Mommy, I want the shoes that Michael Jordan is wearing, right? Because the celebrity is making it powerful. He's making Nike associate with Jordan to make it the best brand, right? Okay. And then we have user social proof. So user social proof is typically what most of us tend to do. A lot of us use Amazon to order things. You go on Amazon and you want to buy a Hoover, and then you're going to look to see how many people have actually reviewed it. So for example, this one's talking about Alexa. The little Amazon toy that nowadays everybody's buying. Right now you can see there's about 5,957 people that have reviewed this, and they've given it a 4.2 out of 5 stars. So you're more likely to say, you know what, because this, everybody that has used it really likes the product, I'm more inclined to use it. And that's how they build, that's how Alexa has their user social proof. Okay. And then the next one is called wisdom of the crowd social proof. Now, how many of us remember when Facebook started? Facebook started back in, I believe it was, the first one was 2000 actually. And it was only exclusive to a certain number of people, a certain crowd. It was exclusive to college students. And then all of a sudden, they started making it available to other people. And so everybody was like, you know, there's this crowd of people using Facebook, I've got to get on Facebook. My dad is on Facebook, which is very annoying, by the way. But he uses Facebook just as college students use Facebook, right? And then you've also got Apple. The first iPhone came out, and they kept making the same phone over and over and over. How many people have iPhone 7s? It's the same thing as an iPhone 6, right? But because a large crowd, everybody uses it, we seem to gravitate towards that power.
The last example. Wisdom of your friend's social proof. And apologies to my colleague Rachel who's used that photo. What is it? How many of you actually bought a product based on a recommendation from your friends? Probably not, right? Yeah. This is a perfect example. I was with Rachel on a flight from Singapore back to London, and then she showed me a pair of headphones, and she said, Cam, try this, and then your flight experience will change forever, and you see. So what I did actually after going back to London, I went to a shop, I tried them on once again, and I bought them. And this exactly works, that's how it works. You're more keen to trust your friends when you're planning to invest in a more expensive product, right? Because it's quite expensive product, and you think, wow, if my friend got it, I'll probably be a good product. Now we are going to vote. So now you know these 5 types of social proof, right? So you're going to go to the poll. You're going to.
It doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me.
Go back
At all?
It's not working. It's not working.
Okay, we're going to bring the link in a second.
Let's try it again, because we've got
Can you show
people
that?
trying to.
Why don't you just copy that?
It's not even going. Yeah, I can't even see the page.
Yeah, one second. It'll come in a second.
It's where I am. Even I can try my right.
So we've discussed 5 types of social proof. So in that survey, just please select the one that you think works best
It's not working.
in terms of persuading you to buy a product or to use some service. We tested that like 5 times before before the presentation.
Guys, it's a V, not a Y.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's V. PaulEV.com. It's just Y is covered, yeah. Good spot. Okay, can you see your options? All right, just please select one. We are going to put the results on the screen in a second. In the meantime, okay, so unfortunately we cannot put on the screen for some reason, but the answers are celebrity social proof, we have just 4%, expert 20%, user social proof around 12%, wisdom of the crowd social proof 16%, and wisdom of friends social proof that actually has the most 48%. So you're saying that you will probably go for a product based on your friend's recommendation. Then you would use social proof, right? And well, you're not going to trust probably a celebrity, all right, or an expert. Good. Okay, why we're talking about that? Oh, that's me again.
All right, so you gave the idea of what you think would be best, right? So these are all the social proofs. And when you look at social proof from our industry and who we deal with, so students, parents, right? Expert social proof tends to be one of the biggest ones. Wisdom of friends social proof, and then also user social proof. But we're going to focus on user social proof today. Okay, so expert social proof is pretty much when you think of the bigger picture. Navitas is the expert in global, one of the experts in global leader and a global leader in education. So Navitas has over 20 years of experience, right? You work with us because we have some of the top ranking universities in the world. We have about 4 different destinations, and we provide a high level of service to you, right? So if you look in the education of, in terms of pathways and even universities, you find that Navitas tends to be the expert. So when parents and students know that you're working with Navitas, they see the level of quality, they see the level of expert knowledge there. Okay, and then wisdom of friends. So wisdom of friends social proof in our industry is recommendations, referrals from previous clients. That's a big part of your job, a big part of your business. You have people that refer their friends, they refer their children to you because of the quality of service you provided them. Word of mouth. One of the good things about word of mouth is it's very powerful and it's free. It's free advertising. So you don't have to spend a dime on the word of mouth. You can, you have to go to church. You tell people what you do, And they'll say, okay, wow, I need, my son daughter's going to school. And that's how you use word of mouth and the power of wisdom. Wisdom from friends. Okay, so the one that we want to focus on today is user social proof. Your students are user social proof. Let them tell their story. You have to be able to let them tell their story to help build your business.
And if I can mention you, only 12% voted for user social proof. So I think that tool is underestimated a little bit at the moment. We are going to show you probably why, and maybe what can you do more to actually use this type of social proof to really promote and to promote your business.
Okay. Stories, I really like this quote. That's why I told you I have to put this up, because stories are persuasive because they're able to slip in under our radar and transport us to the tale being told. So researchers say we tend to imagine ourselves in other people's shoes during a story. Your students are a story, right? Even we here, we're all stories. So you have to be able to use stories to connect with people, and people are influenced by similar people. So students are influenced by students, right? So for example, what the university, we tend to do, Navitas University, is we promote stories. We have, for example, this is Elizabeth Ajafi. She's a Nigerian student, and you can see here her testimonial about the University of Massachusetts Lowell. She's a Nigerian student, and she says she was born in Nigeria, grew up in England, suburb of London, and as you read it, it continues to go on. She came to UMass Lowell. So a student that's looking at UMass Lowell would highly be inclined to see this, because if they're from Nigeria, and they see, oh wow, a Nigerian student has gone through it, they've done it, I can do it as well. And that story is powerful to them. So they have that user recognition. And then we also have others. So we do testimonials on a daily where students come in and they write their experience. We put them in our brochures, we put them online, so you have access to all of this user testimonials. The last part is social media. So we have students take charge of our Snapchats, our Instagram. So this is a video of students going to UMass, to a Celtics game in Boston. Students take charge of the Snapchat, and they can record it so that other students, prospective and current students, can see what's going on, see how their experience is going. Because this is what they do on a daily basis. This is a student using their own life as user social proof.
Okay, so everything that Nana was talking about is actually coming from the university. And so many of you are always asking, can we have a testimonial? Can you send a testimonial? Can we have a video? And anything that is produced by the university, the students, of course, is available to you. You can use it on your website, you can use it in your emails, you can show it when the students and parents are coming to your office. What you really want to have is something bespoke for your agency, correct? You want to have a student talking about the X partner, the X agency, the agency from Abuja, from Lagos, from other cities. So what you really want to have that bespoke content that will be confirming your high-level service, right? Because of course there's so much competition on the market that the better proof you have from your clients that you did an amazing job, you're going to attract more clients to you, right? The word of mouth, but especially from that content. So what we really want to talk about today is about how we can capture that moment, how we can create that bespoke content, from your clients. And it's all about capturing the moment. And capturing the moment, let me do that. What do you have to do before your client departs? Because of course you're putting so much work into, you're investing time, money, effort, into sending that student abroad. But are we using anything we can actually do to maximize, what we can get out of that student, that relationship? And of course this comes as well about following up and getting more proof. So one of the examples is, I'm not going to ask how many of you send students abroad, but hundreds, right? Hundreds of students went abroad. How many of you actually take a snap, a picture of a student who was successful with the visas? Yeah, just a couple of hands raised. It's so simple, right? This is an example of an Indian, I believe, from Facebook, who is taking a picture of every single student gets a visa. Simple thing, right? The moment they take that picture, they post on Facebook saying, congratulates your family. Amazing tool. What does it show? Straight away on their Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. Wow, we have another successful student, from our agency, right? Builds trust. This agency will really help me to obtain my visa. I know that it's not easy because so many of you say, okay, my student got a visa, was calling me every day at 6 a.m., at 10 p.m., midnight, where's my visa, where are my documents? The moment they get a visa, disappear, right? That's the truth. Probably like 80% of them. What can you do actually earlier? Well, your students do come to your office before, right? To collect documents. Why didn't you take a photo with them when actually they come to collect their paper application or like they're doing the visa application with you? Take a picture with them. Congratulations on getting an offer, and then use that photo when they get their visa. Right? Simple. But you're going to have a powerful tool. You're going to have a picture of a student actually saying, yeah, that's my student, he got a visa. Putting face to a name is key for your business. The second thing, another example from a different agent, a video where someone is congratulating the student on being successful in getting the visa.
I'd like to congratulate one of my clients, Mr. Rita, FSN number 85487, for getting Australian permanent residence visa, subclass 189. Congratulations, ma'am.
Success, isn't it? Imagine having this on your Facebook page. Imagine this putting on your website. It's so simple again. The moment your parent and student are coming to collect, their, for example, documents, can I have a quick video with you? Can we please talk just in front of the camera? And I'm sorry, but I know that African parents and students love, taking pictures and they love talking, being on the camera. So the next one is about testimonials, because again, you're asking for testimonials while student is at the university, right? Send us testimonial. But what about testimonials provided by the clients on your service, right? Did I do a good job? Did my visa arrive on time? Simple, right? But this will actually show your potential clients who visit your website that you are successful. So testimonials of that can be, this is another example from some websites. You can put it on your website, you can put it on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, and many of you do that. You have like a small section at the bottom very often, testimonials from this is what our students say. But is it not actually the best example to attract future potential clients? Imagine you have like 50 of these, because I'm sure that you have numbers like that. So this is it. Oh, sorry. How can you get a testimonial? And this is about capturing that moment. When a student is calling you, oh my gosh, I got my visa. Capture that moment, Ask them, can you please send me send them an email. Congratulations, these are the documents, this is the pre-departure stuff. Do you mind sending a quick email, a text message, just mentioning, how about my service? What we have to learn is not to be afraid of asking parents, because we are capturing the moment. They are so excited about that the child got a visa, is going to the US, they are happy, they'll do anything for you. Capture the moment, ask them about the testimonial, ask them to give a recommendation, send them a link to your Facebook page and ask them to put that recommendation on your website. This is the social proof you're talking about, right? This is something you can do before student leave. This is something that we cannot do for you, but you can do so much and basically build your brand.
Okay. So also, it's not a process that just happens before, right? It also happens during and after. So when students do arrive, the university, we do our part in trying to collect testimonials, trying to get video content from the students. But this is also something that you can do on your own as well. A lot of your agents keep in touch with students as they go through. We definitely want to continue that going. Tracking their progress. So as they're a university student, as they go into second year, some of them get engaged in research, some of them get engaged in things that prospective students want to hear about. So if you have a student that you're in touch with, and if the student says, hey, I want to hear about engineering at UMass Lowell, you can have the other student send a quick video or even give the student a call. So that way they can give them the real life experience. You can ask for photos, videos, testimonials, and these are all things you can put on your website. That, if the student comes to your website and says, this is a video of Sheyi in his second year saying, I'm doing engineering and I'm doing research on medical drug delivery, right? It sends a powerful message to the student. How do you do that? Is by making leverage of your content. So LinkedIn is very popular now. LinkedIn is where you can add yourself as a student. You can see students as they progress on. So when a student graduates, you can see that on LinkedIn. You can congratulate them and keep in touch. Facebook. We all have Facebook. You have a Facebook page. On your Facebook page, people can go and give you reviews. So on the Facebook page, they can like it. They can give you reviews on your service. They can give you testimonials right on your Facebook page, which you don't have to pay anything for. You can also do that on YouTube, on Twitter, and all these other ones as well. So it transcends also into printed materials. So having testimonials up in your office, right? A student walks in, you have a testimonial, you have a little handout you can give them. These are all things that transcend onto making leverage of the social media content that you do achieve, as well as using it in school presentations and events as well.
So this is actually something you can add on top of what we give you and prepare for you. All these testimonials, pictures from students. This is a huge thing you can do yourself. Of course, it requires a strategy. It's not easy, let's be honest. It's difficult. There has to be a strategy for that. We have to be persistent and basically do it every single intake with the students. But imagine building like a database of testimonials from parents that are investing in your service, from students. And as Nana was saying, following up with them, from time to time. Personally, I have lots of my students on Facebook, and we have also like a WhatsApp group. From time to time, I just send them a message. I just ask them. I wish them Merry Christmas or Happy Easter. The relationship is still there. But for example, now after 3 years now with some students, I'm in a position to ask them, how are you doing? After your third year. Next year they're graduating. And I'm definitely getting a content, from them I'm going to use. But this is something you can do as well. If you can't reach your students, you can also ask us to do that, But that's so much you can do while, you are keeping in touch with them.
And the key is just like you said, make sure that the students are telling their story. The students are the ones to help tell their story, which will drive your business to the next level.
Okay. So now we are going to have a quick exercise. We have 10 minutes. So we are going to divide you into groups. We are going to quickly do groups here. And you have 3 scenarios. So the first one, your student just called you and notified that he received a visit to the US. The student and parents are based in your city. Okay, so it can be, let's say, Lagos, and the student is based in Lagos. You have to put together a plan on how to engage with him and the sponsors to create user social proof. Okay, so please think about what would you have to do with that student and parents who just got a visa, they are based in your city. The second example is when students receive a visa to the UK, but they are based in a different city. So for example, they are, let's say 200 miles away from your city, but still you keep communication over phone or email. And the first scenario, the student just graduated and returned back home. We are supposed to put together a plan on how to leverage off this scenario that, they are fresh graduates, very happy, to get their story and share it.
Number 2 here, and you guys will do number 3, okay? And then you guys will do number 1, and then you guys will do
Number 2?
number 2, and you guys will do number 3.
Right, and we have 5 minutes for that. And we just want like bullet points. Should we give them
I think we can do it on the way.
how you can engage and get that content from the student? Yeah? Here, right? So students got the visa, and excited, what do you do in order to get like content from them that is going to be acting as a social media on your age?
Make them feel a part of it rather than you just, can you come in different things? So I think they will have
A captain that will be presenting for like a minute or be great.
Students to you will say if they wanted to work on their exhibition stand, we'll pay their flight. I understand. And they're fabulous. We're talking to the students and their parents about what their personal experience is. We do refer a friend, so if they refer a friend who then applies to the college. Done deal.
Well, you can do it now, just walk around. All right. So we're gonna. Hello. Clap your hands if you're happy. Clap your hands if you're really happy. Okay, I guess that works. Orientation all over. All right, so we're gonna start off with this group. So you can just tell us which question you have, and then what your plan is.
Okay, we had question 3 relating to how we leverage a student that's just come back from the university, and we want to use them to help promote the agency and help promote the university and I guess Navitas in general. So we've sort of focused on looking at the aftercare for a student. They've gone to university. Obviously, that's the first part of the agent's role. Sort of offering them an aftercare package, being excited about them, showing them a welcome party, perhaps inviting a group of students who are, the class of 2017 or the class of 2018, whatever it is. So starting off with something fun, something that shows you're investing in them, and it's not just that I've had the money now, we've been through the process and that's the end of it. Welcoming them back to the country, perhaps having a celebration of their time at university. Okay. Then you can also build on that, once that initial relationship's been created, by providing some other aftercare services that's going to benefit the student. Careers counselling, perhaps you can start looking at that. Inviting them to any training opportunities, perhaps having the email that informs them about other opportunities that are available to them. So overall, the soft sell is you're investing in the student. Once they've finished university, you haven't just taken your commission when they started and that's all you ever see of them. And I think once you've done all of that, I think students will be very happy to engage with you, giving testimonials and endorsing your business, social proof, if you will. So that's our plan.
Right.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Isn't it? It's really good.
Amazing, isn't it? Captain?
Yes, that would be me.
Number 1.
So ours was, I can't remember the question exactly, but taking care of the student got a visa with their parents. It was number one.
Yeah, in the city.
Yeah. So we suggested students take a picture with their parents and also continuous dialogue with our students via Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. And then we also suggested the student has a blog and we give them some incentives for that. We also invite them to the office, give them some souvenirs, give them some incentives for referring a student. We also suggested that while they're still in school, maybe they come home for summer and we pay for their ticket for an exhibition fair, for example. We also join their social media accounts and we follow the students on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And then we also follow up with our students so we can follow up our students so they can also refer us to potential students.
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
To follow up on the second question, we basically came up with if a student was living in a different city and the sponsor is parents in a different city from the student, and we were not in the same location, we would kindly ask the student to do a quick video, and most likely we will probably send an email to the student having a little saying big, like Navitas or something, for example, if we were the agent for Navitas, for example, and have them print it out, create a video, 60 seconds, I've received this visa, Navitas has made this happen, etc., etc., etc. Have them send it to me by WhatsApp, and I can just upload it right away on Facebook, on the social media. So I think that's the quickest way to have that promoted. And if the parents and the student were in the same place, then probably have the parents also on the same video. So that would create some sort of social proof of awareness.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
And we have this group.
No one wants to Hi guys. So we were talking in our group about the scenario 3, so student who's just graduated, and actually I think the consensus was actually, loads of people do the kind of the image of the student with their kind of graduation cap on, whereas actually you interviewed the parents and you spoke to the parents about how how they felt about their son or daughter graduating, that would add a really good element to your businesses, because actually the parents are pretty strong decision maker in that process, and so getting the parents involved and interviewing them at the graduation stage, perhaps at graduation, would be a really good way of kind of using the parents to your advantage there. Awesome. And a few other ideas. But
Thanks. Did you guys have anything different?
Yeah, we took on the first question, or the first scenario. If we are in the same city, then we say that it would be good if the agent could process the visa for the countries that's possible, to be able to get a student come collect their passport in the office, and that way we could take a picture of theirs or a video where they're excited. In case it's not possible to maybe process the visa, we could also purchase tickets for the students. That way the parents could come and meet us in the office, or even the students themselves, and they can give us and their experience and their excitement, which is going to be genuine. And if all that is not possible, we'll make sure that we'll have an email sent to the parents, and also invite them to come for a congratulations and a goodie bag or anything that could make them come back to the office.
Awesome. Thank you. And the last group.
Hello. So basically it's all the same thing. We're tackling question number 2, whereby the student is away or in a different city. So the best thing is to kindly request the student to take a video with the family if possible. And we also took up the other scenario where they are not able to access internet, because not everyone can access internet all the time. So they can do a testimonial, and then you can take a picture of the student or even the visa and blur the sensitive information. And also invite students, like for specific countries, if it's a Canadian to Canada, call them up for a pre-departure briefing, probably even take a group photo or a video, and the ones that are not able to come, you can be tagged in the live videos on Facebook or Snapchat, and then you can just tag yourself.
Thank you very much. So, I mean, we can all see that there are a lot of ways to engage students and be able to have them tell their story, which is going to help your business for you. You want to go over quickly?
Something I wanted to add is, well, remember that you are in the best position because you know your clients, right? Some of them will be very happy to give that testimonial just because they want to. Some of them probably needs a bit more preservation, and a small goodie bag would work, But it's like probably one of the biggest, tools that you can use right now in the market to get potential clients, to get more clients once you promote it. So I think I hope that we kind of change that perspective, that social user proof, meaning your students, is really, really important. Before it was just 12%. I think that actually could be, one of the biggest tools, types of social proof you are using to promote your agency and your success as well. Yeah. So, this is it. Thank you very much for
And I believe there's a little break for coffees and stuff. Is that right? We're gonna go straight into
no coffee.
No coffee. No coffee. All right. So the next up is our wonderful, handsome-looking man up to my far left.
No.
Thank you. All right.